That they are so welcoming.
And I like going to St. Matthew's because people here are nice.
But St. Andrew's, underneath the words "everyone is welcome," there's a list of who's welcome. Everybody.
I love the people here. I've been going here my whole life. They're part of my family.
Obi was the first one to greet me at the door. I believe it was Obi. And I felt extremely welcomed here. No ifs, ands, or buts. There's absolutely was no questions, no anything, no judgments, no nothing. Come and worship with us. And I have stayed here because of that.
Many years, but when I moved back to Rapid City, I wanted to come to St. Matthew's because of the fellowship, the love of the people.
The people, the friendly, and Episcopalian.
And what I love about St. Matthew's most are the people. And I think what's interesting about St. Matthew's, we have native and non-native parishioners. It's primarily a Lakota church, but we really do the gospel here.
The first Sunday I came, I walked in and I felt like I was at home. And I think it was partly just because it was such a warm welcome.
Is that we want people to come to St. Andrew's and find us to be welcoming and not intimidated.
So we were always welcome at this church. To me, St. Matthew's is home, and I always wanted to be home. I don't ever want to lose our identity as St. Matthew's Episcopal Church in Rapid City.
About St. Andrew's is it has a close-knit kind of a family feel to it.
Loving fellowship of the people.
We are very welcoming and open. Sometimes maybe almost smothering to new people, but it's all done out of a sense of love.
We here at St. Andrew's support the Native community because we are on their lands. This chunk of property belongs to them, and so we acknowledge this land acknowledgement by something we say every Sunday before the service, and this is what we say. We say St. Andrew's is located on the ancestral and unceded territory of the Ochete-Chacoan Seven Council Fires. St. Andrews honors and respects the diverse indigenous peoples connected to this land and commit ourselves to being good relatives, neighbors, and repairers of the breach.
The people here at St. Andrews have a very unique spot in the community here in Rapid City, as we try to do a lot of racial reconciliation. We're very visible in the community. We are very diverse. I mean, we don't all necessarily think alike here, but we have over the years figured out a way to love side by side and honor those differences in one another. We do try very diligently to live into our baptismal covenant, as well as living outwardly into the community with our baptismal covenant. We take those promises, those vows very seriously, and we make a point of renewing our baptismal vows several times during the year. So those things are fresh in our mind, that we are to continue in the teachings of the church, that we are to seek and serve Christ in all others, that we are to treat one another with love, and that those aren't just words, that we try to live that out every day. Some days we succeed better than other days, but we keep trying.
We have people wander in from the bus stop right out in front. We had a gentleman who's been coming at least, I would say, 5 or 6 times through the last couple months, and he spent the night at the mission last night. And I talked to him a couple weeks ago after church and asked his name. He was standing at the bus stop, and he said, You know, I was baptized, I think, and I really don't know anything about church, but I keep coming for some reason, and it just feels right for some reason. And we talked about having confirmation class coming up and inquirer's class, if you will. And he said, well, what is that? I don't know anything about it. And I said, we're all learning. But he continues to come. And, you know, just a hug and a smile on a Sunday and a warm welcome at the Peace and asking somebody their name does a world of good in someone's life. And that's what we do at St. Matthew's.
We have reached out to the LGBT community at Pride Fest. We serve iced coffee and communicate. We make relationships. We invite people and they come and check us out, and they're finding out that this could be the church for them, where they are accepted the way they are and are not encouraged to be anyone different, that they are who they are.
In fact, I like all of the outreach of St. Andrews. What I've been involved in is feeding homeless. We went to a different church where they were letting the homeless stay even on the altar with their sleeping bags, and we came in and gave them dinner. But that really impressed me because it's a hands-on way of helping other people.
I recently went to the capital of South Dakota, which is Pierre, and I was there for the Day of Visibility, which is a day when the LGBTQ community can go and speak to their representatives, and their allies can be there as well, which was why I was there. And the only person that I saw there who was in their in the garb that proclaimed that they were a church person was a church person from St. Andrews. And that's who we are. We stand up and we proclaim that we are followers of Christ and we love everyone just like God does. And I love that about St. Andrews.
Is a progressive church, and so why would you think we would do anything like everybody else? This is a covenant partnership, and it is St. Matthew's and St. Andrews and God all together. It's outside the box. We don't know exactly how it's going to work, but it will work because God, this is how God's calling us, how he wants us to move forward. And so I'm thrilled, I'm excited. I have a passion for the Native American anti-racism work, and I'm so excited to have brothers and sisters that I'm gonna get to know and to love, and I can't think of anything better.
And I am looking forward to the joining of the two churches, St. Andrews and St. Matthews. Both of us have to learn to have patience and work together.
I am so excited that we are going through this process with St. Matthew's. So we feel this deep connection with the Natives people in our community. We are situated on their land, and hence a deep connection to them and a deep reverence and thankfulness for what we have built here. We do look forward to welcoming a priest that will serve both congregations. We are certainly different in worship style, but I think we are such both warm, welcoming congregations that will be clear immediately. We have enjoyed people from St. Matthew's at various all-church functions, and we feel a deep connection to a lot of people there.
They have a little different way of doing things than us, and we can learn from them and they can learn from us. And I think the opportunities are endless when we come in a partnership with them. And so I think St. Andrews, partnership with St. Andrews will only benefit both parishes, and make us both stronger.
We have always had a strong relationship with our brothers and sisters at St. Matthew's, and we're looking forward to continuing that. We respect who they are. We respect and love their differences, the same as we respect and love their similarities to us. This is a way of honoring the Christ in all of us. It's an exciting time. We will worship God as we have in the past and as we will in the future.
I love the people here and the area of South Dakota here. My family calls it God's country because it's so beautiful. And I'm hoping that a minister will be interested in coming here because of the area, the diversity of the people, and all the things you can do here near the Black Hills: hiking, skiing, boating, fishing, all those good things. We have a lot to offer here in this area. And so if you've never heard of South Dakota or Rapid City or this area, I'm sure Mount Rushmore is heard all over, but we have more than just Mount Rushmore. So I hope that someone will come here that loves to do all those outdoorsy things and maybe starts up a hiking group or a fishing group or something to get people interested in coming here and doing those kinds of things.
I think we're looking for someone who will continue to help us to go out from here and share the love of God with all the people that we meet and to be good relatives in our community.
Learn a lot about our Niobrara. I want them to know about BCU, Brotherhood of Christianity, which has been with us for years, and Brotherhood of St. Andrew, another two groups that have been with us since I was a child.
What I'm looking for in a priest is someone who is willing to step out with us, someone who is willing to embrace everything around, everyone around, to continue the ministry we already have going, and that accepting people, not hoping to change who they are.
And during this time that we are seeking a new person, I really would hope that the individual that comes will acknowledge that all the generations that come here to pray will be received, will be honored, and they will be given a lot of respect. We are mostly Native Americans, so this is my wish for our person that chooses to come to us, that he knows that we are a lot of traditional people here. Thank you.
Everybody that goes here has something to offer, and so when a priest comes here, they don't have to feel like they have to be the everything to this congregation, because we are all loving, we're all capable. We would welcome a new priest, and we would not expect them to be everything. It would be a partnership. That's how I would think of it.
And I want a minister that would help with the youth.
Yeah, I like the fact that it's a Lakota congregation. I love the way we sing in Lakota. Some of us are learning, and some of us already know it. What's really important to me, keeping the kids coming to church. I would love it if they all came to church. We would be willing to teach a priest that comes here in Lakota. And I'm sure he'd love it here. I'm sure he would love it. I think he would love us.
And I've been going to this church for my whole life. And I was baptized here, and I was also confirmed here. And what I'm looking for in a priest is just somebody who's willingly able to do things with everybody, for the youth, for the elderly, everybody, person that's respectful, has a sense of humor, and is willing to do anything that a priest would do.
If we get a priest here, I'd like them to learn Lakota, because I like to hear him sing Lakota songs.
I'm 17 years old, and I've been coming to St. Matthew's my whole life. And what I'd be looking for in a priest is just someone who's real nice, but real, laid back, has a good sense of humor, real good with people. I would like a priest who is good with younger crowds as well, who can connect with everyone on the same level. I think that'd be a good priest.
And in a new priest, I want them to be nice and treat everyone equal and work with kids good and understand people.
What I'd like to see in our new priest is someone who's open-minded and open to all of our activities and things we'd like to change or keep the same in the church, and just someone to be more involved with the kids and the community.
I am looking for, I would say, someone for us, for people here, open-minded to maybe just kind of acceptable to how we do things, but open-minded to other things. Would like to get somebody that would get the younger youth back involved, that would get them interested. We have a lot of dedicated people that's been here forever, but they're older. It'd be nice to get the younger generation just involved. That's it. And just to be here for us.
We hope that you will see that the Black Hills is a beautiful place to come and serve with this particular group of beloved children of God.
We at St. Matthew's and St. Andrews are committed to this covenant partnership. We started it a year ago. The priest that we called has since left, but in his absence, we have been getting together on our own because both congregations want to be together, want to celebrate together. We're looking forward. Come join us.
Are you the kind of person, the kind of priest that would like to join us in this new venture? Do you want to work with us outside the box, listening to how God leads us? I hope so.